Hello everybody. I will try to solve this problem which comes on Handout 3B. I've been having several questions about this or how to solve this. Okay, and I believe this is asking if this is going to be an inconsistent, an identity, or a conditional equation. Okay, so in order to know which of these three kind of equations this is, we have to solve for it, or we have to try to solve for this. Okay, so if we follow the order of solving equations or simplifying, okay, the first thing that we have to do is going to, well, the first step is getting rid of fractions. And we don't really have any fractions, right? The second step is getting rid of parentheses or simplifying operations inside the parentheses. And then getting rid of parentheses if we can. Okay, remember that these are parentheses as grouping symbols, not parentheses as multiplications. Those are going to be multiplications. If I have a number that looks like this, right, that's a multiplication. So we're not doing those yet. So we get rid of those parentheses, then adding and subtracting to both sides until there's nothing left, and then multiplying and dividing both sides until there's nothing left. And if we have any exponents on the variables, then we have to do the exponents. We don't have any exponents. Okay, so let's start getting rid of parentheses, and we always get rid of the innermost parenthesis at the beginning. Okay, so on this operation that I have, this is the innermost parenthesis, and I have expression inside, so I have to simplify it. This is an innermost parenthesis, this is an innermost parenthesis, so that is what I'm going to get rid of. Okay, and we have to use whatever I have in front of the parentheses. So over here I'm going to do distributive properties. That's a negative 6x plus 18. That's getting rid of the first parenthesis. Then all of this is going to remain the same for now. And then inside this parenthesis, the first operation that I have to do is going to be the exponent, the repeated multiplication. Okay, this is simplifying an expression. This is PEMDAS because all I have in there are numbers. So we have to follow PEMDAS. Okay, so I'm going to do exponents first, which is a to the power of 3. That means a times itself 3 times, which is going to be 512. So this is 2 plus 512. Everything else is going to remain the same. And let me start simplifying this other parenthesis, negative 8 times x, negative 8 times negative 8. Okay, I'm still going to try to simplify the operation inside the parenthesis, the innermost parenthesis. Okay, so that's 2 plus 512, that's going to be 514. That's a simple addition. Once you get rid of all the innermost parentheses, you have to simplify the expressions inside the parentheses if you have any more. Okay, I see I have some brackets in here, so I have to simplify all of that expression using PEMDAS if it involves numbers, or using the rules that I just gave you if it involves variables with numbers. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to get rid of is going to be the brackets. Now we're doing the brackets. Okay, so trying to simplify everything inside the bracket, and then I'll get rid of it. So let's see, negative 6x plus 18. I'm going to simplify everything inside first. And here I have a situation. So I have 40 divided by 2 times 514. So remember that PEMDAS says that I have to do multiplications and divisions from left to right, whatever happens first. Okay, multiplications and divisions, they belong to the same kind of operation, so whatever happens first is going to help me simplifying here. Okay, so in this case, even though I have a multiplication, 2 times 514, I have to do the division first because it comes first in the left, from left to right. Okay, so I'm going to do the division, which is 40 divided by 2, and that should be 20. And now I'm going to put the 514 in there. We're still not getting rid of the bracket. I'm just trying to simplify the expression little by little. And the next thing, now I have to do this multiplication inside the bracket. We're trying to simplify the bracket, trying to get rid of the bracket, but first I have to simplify the expression inside. Okay, so negative 6x plus 18. I'm going to open the bracket. I'm trying to get rid of this. And now I'm going to do the multiplication. Okay, so the multiplication, that's 20 times 514. this is a big number, should be 10,280 plus 2x. And now this looks like something I can get rid of. Okay, now I can get rid of the bracket. Now I'm going to do distributive property of the sign that's in front of the bracket. So I'm going to distribute that negative sign to everything inside. So that's negative 10,280, and then negative 2x equals negative 8x plus 6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine like terms on the left side. Okay, first I'm going to combine the letters. So negative 6x and negative 2x, that's going to be negative 8x. Combining the letters. And now I'm going to combine the numbers, which are positive 18 and negative 10,280. So combining those two numbers, that should give me a negative 10,262. Yep, so that should be the number equals negative 8x plus 6. Now that I have a simple equation, I have to start getting rid of I don't have any more parentheses, so I'm going to add and subtract to both sides until I don't have any more additions and subtractions. So this is sending all the letters to one side and all the numbers to the other side. So I'm going to start by sending the letters to the right side. So I'm going to add 8x to both sides. I'm going to add 8x to both sides and see what's left in here. Okay, so negative 8x and positive 8x, they cancel out. So I have this number left over. And on the right side, looks like they're also going to cancel out. So I get negative 10,262 equals 6. Now, this is a situation I was trying to solve for the equation, and this is what I bumped into. So never negative 10,000 is going to be equal to 6. So this is one of those situations where this is inconsistent. Okay, inconsistent equation. Inconsistent equation, which means that this doesn't have a solution, right? The solution will be x equals something, but in this case, I cannot reach a solution. So remember that the equation, you can have all of the solutions, all of the numbers, and this will be an identity, or you can have the condition of only one number, right? X equals 0, x equals 1, x equals 2, that will be a conditional equation. And then we have an inconsistent equation, which means that it doesn't matter what number you substitute in the x, you're never going to get the left side equal the right side. So this is the first example. I'm going to upload another video for another example that you guys have been asking questions.